So now we're going on to the leg. Now this is very interesting because the customers asked for a smaller pork leg. If I was to just debone this, it would be rather a large joint. So I'm going to show you how to reduce a pork leg down in size. So we just start by cutting down to the foot, through the rind, and just peeling the rind back on one side. Try not to cut it into any of that underlying muscle. And then down the other side. Just removing a little bit of skirt meat there. That'll go into sausages or diced pork. And now we're just cutting through that joint there, just above the pork chump or pork rump, whatever you want to call it. Just get rid of that bone. Some people will take that bone with the tailbone as well, but I like to take that separately. Just ensures you leave a lot more meat with the meat, and you don't have as much trimming of the bone after. So we've taken the tail off there. Now we're taking the spinal muscle off. That will go into sausages. Now I'm just cleaning the end of the H bone up, and just a little bit of that tail meat off the end. Now I'm going to remove the H bone. Quite a tricky bone this. It's tricky on lamb, pork, beef, whatever you do this on. It's kind of tricky. So let's do this joint here. So I'm just following the bone along with the point of my knife. Sorry about my head in the way there. And off she pops. So now we continue to remove the other side of the rind there, or the skin. So we're just peeling down along that membrane there, or connective tissue. It's a very satisfying job this. It's one of the most interesting ones that I do. And once this is done, it makes a much smaller joint, but more saleable, in my opinion. You know, the customers have come to the counter and she doesn't really want to be faced with a massive joint of meat. You know, she's feeding 4 people and you slice through a full leg of pork, she's going to be left with a slither, basically. So this is a good way of getting a nice, saleable joint that everybody's happy with. So I've just taken the shank bone off on the foot, and now on the shank bone on pork, there's actually 2 bones. It's the larger bone and the small bone, which I've just taken out. Interestingly enough, that bone used to be used for a mustard spoon. So now I'm just taking the gland off there. There's a big gland, which is inside the fat on the rind. Just take a bit of that excess meat off, sausage meat. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going down the second seam down and taking the top side off. Now once I take the top side off, that'll be used a bit later for pork steaks, diced pork, and any trim will go into sausages. So there's no waste. So I'm just following the seam down. There we go, and off she pops for processing later. So now I'm going to take the femur bone out. So while the leg's in that position, I'll just work around the end of there. And with the tip of my knife, I'm just following that bone along. Try not to go into the meat too deeply. Just clean the end of that femur off. Now underneath. And away she comes. Now I believe I've left the kneecap in there. See, I pointed to it there. So I'm just going to take that out. And that's it. So now we're going to square this up in a moment, but before we do that, we'll just trim a little bit of this excess fat, any blood meat, any gristle. So there you go, just square one end up. I'm just making sure it's all in place before I cut. I'm just cutting the end of that heel muscle off. That'll go for sausages, maybe a bit of diced. So I've got a nice square joint there now. So just on the thick flank there, I've cut one slither off. That'll go for sausage meat, diced pork. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to split the remaining part of the thick, but not all the way through, just so it peels round and joins the rest of the meat. Just take a bit of gristle off there. Square that up. Lovely. Now we turn it round. So now we're going to score this. So I just take the nipple part of that away. Bit of edge maintenance. Very important. I was concentrating on the point there because I was scoring, or I'm going to score. And then we work along the port leg. One stage at a time. Just turn it round. Job done. There you go. Now as you see that flap of skin underneath is actually facing towards me. That'll ensure that once the strings go around, it'll tie them up. It'll tie the joint up nicely. If I had it the other way around, the skin can crease and crinkle, and it looks very untidy. So I just put the first string on there. I did that on purpose. Some people start in the middle, but with this particular port leg, and everyone is different, there was a bit of a dip in the middle. So by putting the first string on the other side of it, it sort of pushes the muscles along and gives you more of an even finish. So these are about half an inch apart, 3/4 of an inch apart, these strings. We should get 3 really nice joints out of this. As I said before, the Urban Butchery speed knot and the security knot after. If anybody doesn't know that stamp that you can see, the orange oval, that is the number of the slaughterhouse that the pig was slaughtered at. So another string on the end. Nice and tight, and then we'll put this in the fridge, and this will probably be cut about 4 days after I've tied it, actually. So it'll be well set up. So when you slice through that, it'll be quite hard. So there you go. A lovely reduced leg of pork.